Hey, One Hew Man. This is a response, I guess, to your most recent set of videos about change steps. So I think the first video you talked about was regarding split steps. You mentioned tennis. So I think between tennis, badminton, volleyball, volleyball is where I learned it from. And so the use case for us in volleyball is when you're doing serve receives. And let's say the ball, you're not certain whether it's going to go this way, and they serve it to you. So in that split second, you leap, and as you land, there's a little bit of downward force that kind of lets you rebound it. So you'll land and then step and receive the ball. So what really helps with is kind of giving you that jump and that loading action to go on either foot. So as you're coming down, you have your weight kind of like when you're in fencing, you're doing these hops, and you have this kind of potential energy to spring forward from. And so the change in direction, because in, I guess, one of these sports where the lateral direction is really important, and that's where this is helpful. I think in terms of longsword in particular, it's helpful if you want to kind of similarly go in somewhat lateral directions. So let's say if I'm going this way and I want to suddenly go this way, I can go here. Or if I go and I land here, I can come this way. So again, you are starting kind of your stance. Doesn't matter if you're left foot forward, right foot forward, and you kind of do one of those like jumps, right? You're jumping, and as you land, it actually might be easier if you do one of those. I don't know if you call it a gathering step, where you take that front foot and you kind of like swap it. You kind of do one of these guys here. So from the side, if you're kind of like in that vom talk situation. So if you want to reset from your vom tog to vom tog, you'll kind of creep in a little closer from way out of measure, right? From here, you can do all your tiny movements. But let's say like you want to close, and let's say like this line is where I want to do my prep step. So let's say like one of these guys. So instead of immediately landing and then taking one and going directly in, you can make it ambiguous about which way you want to go. So let's say you take a step and you land like here. Instead of landing your feet at an L angle, right? If you land it more like this, that allows you to cut that side. So from this way, if I'm using this line over here as a marker, and I want to kind of like step in and I land like this, or it doesn't even necessarily have to be completely perpendicular to you. I can even land just very slightly off perpendicular here, here, here. So as you can see, when you're landing slightly more open, that gives you an opportunity to kind of cut to the side. So my lead leg right now is my left leg, and I'm landing on my left leg as my lead leg. And depending on how you land, right, you might have your weight more like forward weighted. So from here, it's like a little bit more forward weighted. So that kind of allows me to go off to the side this way. But ideally, you kind of land with your weight in the center, which means that you probably don't want to do a very deep, like from here, like all the way like this, because that takes a lot of time and it's hard for you to really choose where you put your center of gravity. So you want to take a smaller step, like from here, maybe like now you can kind of choose to kind of keep your weight in the center. So from here, you can then do your split step. Like here, here, here. Or you can even choose when you do a split step to not step at all. So say you want to hop and you split, and you notice that is inopportune, you can just kind of come back and defend. Again here, here.